Hi everybody and good morning. Thank you for waking up with me today. We're going to focus a lot on opening the side of our body and our hips again today. I'm going to get you to start in a child's pose. So as you make your way down, just make sure your knees are nice and wide, your feet are together, and your hands are reaching as far forward on the mat as you can. So settling in, our knees almost as wide as the mat, feet together, bum back, and reach your hands forward. Once you've settled into as low as your hips can go, I want you to reach your hands forward so that your fingers are all splayed out on the mat, and you can feel tension release from the side of your body, all the way down into your back. Taking a deep breath through your ribs, anywhere that feels tight, but relaxing the neck by putting the forehead on the ground. On your next exhale, I want you to inhale your hands all the way to the right. That left hand reaching for the right, stretching open the left side, especially that lat, that muscle underneath your armpit. Take deep breaths into the left side of your body. Keep reaching your left hand forward for 2 more breaths.
I keep thinking.
On your next inhale, walking through center and continuing with the exhale all the way to the left, reaching that right hand across. Our forehead still pressing down, our hips still pressing back into our heels. Actively reaching our right hand forward, getting more space, breathing deeper into the side of our ribs on the right. 2 more breaths.
I don't use you to escape in my fingers out the dawn.
Nice. From here, walking ourselves back to center. We're going to keep our feet together and our knees wide. You're going to stay facing the same direction. I'll face you to show you. Our knees come wide apart and our feet are together. I want you to squeeze your bum so that your hips are square and straight. Your toes are tucked, your feet are under, you're feeling a stretch in your quads already. All right, so with those wide knees, about the same size as your mat is wide, I want you to take your right hand down to the ground slowly, if it can reach, and then take your left arm over your head. Keep holding and breathing what that looks like from the front. You're here squeezing, reaching, way over with that left arm. Reach, reach, reach. If it's uncomfortable for your neck, grab hold of it with your right hand and look up, creating a little bit more space in the hip all the way through the ribs, into the armpit, into the triceps. And on your next inhale, coming up slowly, taking that left arm down to the ground, reaching overhead, reach. Again, if it's more comfortable, that head can go in your hand. And for a little extra, looking up. Lengthening out the whole side of that body. Reach up. We're gonna do this one more time each side, a little bit less of a hold. Getting that nice long reach, feeling the space you've just created. And then coming up through center and reaching around the other side. And from here, coming up, we're gonna get into a squat position. So work your way up. What we're gonna do is stay in that squat, and you're going to reach left and right, what we were just doing, reaching over and reaching over. Waking up the quads by holding this nice deep position. If you're more comfortable, hands can come to the hips. Waking these guys up. 3 more each side. Reach.
The truth is.
Good, last ones each side. And on this pull, I want both hands down to your toes. Drop your bum as low as you can possibly get. Pushing your knees away with your arms and lifting your chest into the air. From here, dropping the head, keeping the feet down, stretching the hamstrings. Take a breath. We're gonna come back into that squat, lifting the chest, looking up, and then straightening the legs. Let's floss through that a few times. We're gonna drop down to the ground, looking up, and hips extending. Down and up at your own pace. We're gonna do this for 20 seconds, reaching up, stretching the legs, and letting the quads do their work, opening the hips this morning. Down. And up. Just a couple more. Feeling that you're getting a little bit more length in your hamstrings and a little bit more open in the hips. And from this last one, walking your hands forward into that downward dog position. I want you to take a few breaths here, walk out the calves this morning. And we're gonna do some hip circles here. So what I want you to do is take your right leg in the air. Bring it up and over if it's comfortable. If this isn't comfortable for you, just lift it up and down and do baby circles. If it's a little bit hard on the shoulders, just hold that down dog and keep breathing. For those of you that want to do it, lifting up, circling that knee nice and wide, 3 big circles. Up and open, up and open, and taking that right leg that you're circling forward into that high lunge. Give those shoulders a second to breathe. Hands come back down, downward facing dog. Taking that left hip up in the air if you're comfortable. 3 circles where that knee goes wide, comes back around, and comes in. One more time. And then taking that left leg and stepping it forward. High lunge, reaching up. Good, from here, stepping to the front of our mats, bringing ourselves nice and tall. We're gonna do a hip opener. What that looks like is up and around this direction, stepping into that high lunge. All right, we're gonna stick with the right side first. I want you to do a nice slow hip opener. Hands can be on the hips or up top, wherever you catch your balance. Step back, reach up. This time we're gonna add a little rotation. Right leg, reach up, punch to the right, left, come back up. Hip circle, reach up, right, left. 2 more, feel that left quad starting to wake up this morning, and that right hip getting nice and stretched. 1 more time, reach back, up, reach, reach. Good, we're gonna do the left side, same idea. Lifting the left up and open, reaching up, punch, punch. All right, lift up, keep that balance, reach up, twist, twist. 2 more. Coming up and around, your own pace. It's okay if it's not perfect. Reach, reach. 1 more, hip opens, reaching up, punch, punch. As we come, we're gonna do both sides now, adding a little jog. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Right leg goes back, punch, punch, come up, 1, 2, 3. Left leg comes back, all right? Try it at your own pace. We've only got a few. 1, 2, 3. Hip moves, punch, punch. Come up, 1, 2, 3. Hip moves, reach up, punch, punch. Last one each side. 1, 2, 3. Right leg, punch, punch, and good. Now we've got a little cardio for you this morning. Taking a second, reaching up. Inhale on that exhale. Hands come all the way down to the ground, bending your knees. Taking a second to come sit on your bum. Now while we catch our breath, I want you to lay back, squeeze those knees into your chest. Good. Taking your hands out 90 degrees, knees stay close to you. We're going right and left, getting a little bit of mobility in the spine. Letting that heart rate come down. Maybe you get some nice pops, some nice cracks here. And we're gonna do a little bit of core and hamstring work. So what I want you to do is come out nice and long, feet on the ground or straight ahead. The opportunity for it to be harder is going to be legs straight. Opportunity for easier is going to be bent. So what I want it to look like is a nice sit up. You're going to grab your leg, stretch out that hamstring, and come on down. Sit up, grab that hamstring, pull it in. If you're doing it with straight legs, coming up, pull, pull, and come down. Same thing. Let's go. Reach, really pull on that hamstring. Try to keep your legs as straight as you can. It's about the stretch. Nice and easy. 6 more. Pull. Whatever your pace is this morning, stick to it. Almost there. Good, last one each side. Reach and pull, and reach and pull. Perfect. From here, give those knees a nice squeeze, sitting up nice and tall. We're gonna get into a lateral position. We're gonna roll ourselves up just a few times. I want your knees to come into a splits position, reach forward. Roll it back, reach it forward. 2 more like that. Last one here, and as we come back on this next one, I want you to try to roll all the way up to standing. Use your hands if you need to, and meet me at the front of your mats. Turning towards me, we're gonna go side to side, so spread your feet nice and wide. Again, a little bit of hip rotation here. I'm gonna give you 2 options. 1, 2, drive. 1, 2, drive, or 1, 2, hips, and then straight in to rotate. Whatever one you want to do, let's start now. Breathe and push, push, balance. 1, 2, hip swing if you want. Step out, 2, hip swing. Good, a couple more. Making those hips happy for the rest of your day. Pull, last one. And 1, 2, and swing. Beautiful. Shake out those hips. I want to finish in the same way we started. Arms coming up, catching that breath. We're going to come down, head meets the legs if you can. Those hamstrings feeling good after that stretch. Walking forward into a plank. From here, we're gonna drop ourselves down, knees first, pushing our bums back into a child's pose, and taking that rest. That same way we started, maybe you have a bit more room in your hips so that your bum is now touching your heels, but your fingers are still reaching far ahead. Good. As you take that final breath, walk your hands all the way up to your knees. Reach behind your back, pull the chest open. And shake everything out. You did great today. Hopefully you did break a little bit of a sweat before your day begins. Go have that coffee and we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place.